So one Saturday night in February, I had just gotten off work and I was feeling a little down, and I was encouraged to go to the Saturday night service, and I came just expecting to come, hear the service, and then leave. But when we started worshiping, I just kind of broke down in tears, and I was super emotional and just overcome. And Mark, the pastor, was talking about baptisms and how they were available that night and to go to the prayer room.
Okay, my name is Jeff Linden here. I've been coming to River Valley for about 4 years. My current wife, girlfriend then, we'd been going for probably a year or two and really started feeling the conviction through all the services we'd see from one Sunday to the next, some more than others. And we knew we were doing it wrong. We were living together. We loved one another and all that, but we just knew it wasn't the right way to go about it. So she moved out, which was tough. There was a lot of tough times throughout that, a lot of challenges. Even though we had church every Sunday and even life group, which was amazing for us, and that just even felt more compelled to do the right thing.
So I went back to the prayer room, and I walk in, and the lady sitting on the couch asked me, "Oh, are you here to help with the baptisms?" And I say, "I don't really know what I'm doing," and then I just break down crying, because that's what I do. And she prayed with me and guided me to accept the Lord, and I was baptized. Since then, life has been crazy, and I've just gotten more and more involved in the church. I've been going to the young adults group, which is amazing, where I've met a bunch of new friends, and women here are amazing. And we did women's retreat, which was amazing. It's just really nice to surround yourself with awesome people who also walk with the Lord.
Again, that first year she was away, it was a real tough thing, but we did go to marriage counseling, which was amazing. We decided to get married in November last year, which was amazing, made the whole thing just that much more worthwhile. Also last year did get baptized, so it was just an amazing year altogether. Just felt the conviction to own everything and keep moving forward, have the Holy Spirit in our lives.
Hi, I'm Rob Bent, and for 24 years my wife and I have been going to church consistently. About 3 or 4 years ago we started going to life group. That was great, really helped us increase our walk with the Lord, more of a weekly commitment, kind of modeled for our kids, what we felt was important, and kind of showed the priorities that it really was important to spend time outside of church doing more. Last year we started hosting and facilitating a life group. That's when we really felt much more committed to the process of spiritual growth and maturity.
So my name is Tyler Granis, and I want to talk to you about getting involved in the church and life groups and ministries. I started by my children being involved in the youth group here at River Valley, and that really inspired me to become a member of this church. And with that, I've played drums in the past at other churches, which I saw Nicole Goins playing the drums, and that really inspired me to get involved in the worship ministry. I've been playing drums now for about 6 months here. With that led to my conviction of wanting to get more involved in becoming and walking as a Christian.
I'm like, I need to stop making excuses and make time for stuff like small group or life group and involve myself.
With that, I've gotten involved into the small groups or life groups, and which has been a phenomenal experience.
I was sort of maybe intimidated to lead at first because I've been in other groups where maybe somebody has been, a Bible scholar, let's say, and I felt that just not quite ready. But once you start, it really isn't. It's not that formal. You just can kind of figure out how to go each week, and everything just really comes along. I think the other important thing is that everybody knows, in our group it's on Tuesday night, so my coworkers know we're not having any meetings Tuesday night. I happen to coach a team, we're not going to have practice on Tuesday night. So I think it's important to show your family, the community, that this is an important day, that you're going to take time out for the Lord and meet as a group.
I really want to encourage everybody, whether it be worship ministries or life groups or children's ministries or anything like that, get involved, meet your church family. It's phenomenal.
Hi, I'm Ella, and I'm in 6th grade at North Middle School. I've been really enjoying Midway lately, and here's why. I went to Midway Winter Weekend, and me and my friends won the talent show there. It was super fun. I also really like the worship. We sing cool songs, and being able to talk to girls my age who know Jesus as well.
Hi guys, my name is Frances, and I volunteer here at River Valley doing baptisms. I love doing baptisms. It's so great. And so every week or every time that we do baptisms, we have about maybe 5 to 6 around in there people who get baptized, which is awesome. But this Easter, we had over 75 baptisms. We ran out of towels, you guys. It was crazy.
So hi, my name is Deb Acosta, and we've been attending here for a couple of years. And I was a teacher at North Valley High School. So last school year, it was the first day of school, and I taught freshman leadership. And we did this activity where we sat around in a circle, and I had each student share a couple things about themselves, and the kids start sharing, and we get about 3 or 4 people in, and one of the girls says, well, I'm a freshman and I like sports and I love Jesus. And I was like, wow, that's cool. And so we go to the next person and she talks about herself and she says, well, I love Jesus too. And we go around the classroom and probably 80% of my students were ending their statement with, and I love Jesus too. And I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, this is amazing. So it gets to me and I share about myself and I think, well, guys, I love Jesus too. And it was like pandemonium in the classroom. It's like, oh my gosh, we're all Christians. And that was how my school year started last year with freshman leadership class. And it was such an amazing year.
So I'm Natalie, and I was encouraged to share a story of just something that happened to me a few weeks ago. So me and my friends, we went to the women's retreat, and those are always so much fun for us. But at the women's retreat, we're given prayer partners, which is cool. And I was given a prayer partner this year, and it was a lady by the name of Fa Neal, and she was 93 years old. And so I meet her, and we sit down and get ready to talk, and I was telling her about how I had a little bit of a difficult week before. And then she started telling me about growing up during the Great Depression and going to college during World War II and living through the 60s, which apparently was a crazy time. And she was telling me about President Roosevelt and all these crazy things. And she literally had 70 extra years of life on me. And it was just the craziest, richest experience for me just to stop talking and just listen and sit at the feet of someone who could just talk to me and encourage me and just share so much of her life with me.
So fast forward, and God leads me to a new job at Rogue River High School, and I have to leave all these amazing kids. And so they start texting me, hey, you should work at CAD on Wednesday nights. You should work at CAD at Wednesday nights. I'm like, yeah, I should. So I kind of looked into it a little bit, and it seemed like every time I was going to show up at CAD on Wednesday night, something always came up. And I had to pray about it because obviously I'm not 30 years old anymore, and it was going to take some extra energy because I still work all day with high school students. And CAD on Wednesday nights goes until 9, sometimes 9:30, depending on the prayer requests and the discussions that we have. And I just was really praying, Lord, I'm going to need energy to do this. I'm going to need energy to do this. And so one night in January, I'd come home, I'd thrown on my sweats and my t-shirt, and we'd had dinner, and I was sitting on the couch, and I was flipping through the channels, and there's this little voice saying, you should change your clothes and go to CAD. You should change your clothes and go to CAD. And I was like, so I texted a couple of my girls. I'm like, are you going to be at CAD tonight? And they're like, yeah, are you coming? It's like, yes. So I changed clothes, I jumped in my car, and I went to CAD, and it was just great. And you walk into that room, and you are just energized by those kids. You're just energized. And that first night, and every night since, I stand in that room during worship time, and I'm surrounded by 100 kids, sometimes more, sometimes less, and they're raising their hands to the Lord, and they're praying out loud, and they're like not embarrassed about their faith, and they're sharing it, and the energy just pumps you up, and it was proof to me how faithful God is, that when He calls you to do something, that He provides you with it, whatever it is that you need to do it.
Just an encouragement, just to just to young people to get to know people in the church that are a little more seasoned than we are, that have more wisdom, more life experience, because meeting Fawn Neal was one of the richest experiences of my life. And for those of you who are a little more seasoned, there's a lot of us young people here in the church that there's a lot of foolishness and we have a lot to learn. And so just an encouragement just to get to know the young people, because there's so much good when different generations can just teach one another and learn from one another. And so now me and Fawn Neal, we spend time together, we hang out, and I have a new friend, and she is 93 years old, and she is awesome.
You could sit by somebody for 5 years in the pews here and maybe not really know them other than saying hi every week. You can even kind of get to know them at a potluck or go into a game with them, but you won't really know somebody unless you get into the in-depth sharing that happens at a life group. So if you're hesitant to join a life group, just do it. And if you feel that you're led to lead, you should just do it.
It's just been a total blessing, and there's no perfection in any of it. There's probably more challenges now trying to live the right way, day in, day out, living by His Word. So we're very grateful for the church. Everybody, all the members have been amazing. 4 years it's been a great time for both of us. So now my current wife Shannon and I are very entrenched in not just the church but the life group.
If you guys are not involved, I just encourage you to get involved, because it is so wonderful to be a part of so many lives being changed.
In my case, I had the time. I mean, literally, except for like our life group, every night we were sitting on the couch watching TV. And what I needed was the energy. And I walk into that room every Wednesday, and the energy level is high, and the music is pumping loud, and I'm just injected with the spirit from those kids and the energy from those kids. And it was just proof that whatever God calls you to do, He provides you with what you need.